Hi, this is Don, and I'm an old school kind of guy getting up close and in person today. That's because I'm not on a tripod like usual. Hey, I wonder if anyone's noticed the mathematical pattern with which I publish my old school fish guy videos. I promise you, there's a mathematical formula in there, or description, or whatever. It's a one word describes the pattern that I use. So all you cryptologists and mathematicians, see if you can figure it out. In the meanwhile, I want to show you another old school kind of approach. And let's see. I know others have talked about doing stuff like this, but there is a stack of miscellaneous stuff that, well, I plan to use, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Oh yeah, underneath my desk, I've got all kinds of stuff in the drawers and in the doors and whatnot. We go over here, and sitting next to one of the tanks is a miscellaneous box of stuff. That's not just a shop light, that's actually a grow light bulb underneath there. Oh look, here we got a canister that's not even being used. I wonder if we'll find a use for that. And here's a little chunk of artificial wood that I picked up at an auction recently. Oh, look at that, a box of river rock. Nice white stuff. And here's an aquarium I picked up at last Saturday's auction, along with a whole bunch of stuff to go with it. Another canister filter and some K2 coldness. And there's another bigger box of K2 coldness underneath. And oh, I didn't mention, underneath this tank, there's a storage unit. And that 6-foot tank, underneath there is a whole bunch of storage. I have multiple extra pumps and heaters and so on and so forth. Let's see, in the top we got some nets and such. In here we got a bunch of heaters, some extra light bulbs. Down here we got a whole bunch of pumps. Got an inverter for when I'm traveling. Got a battery operated pump in there. Air pump, that is. Under here we got more food and chemicals and some sand. And here we got miscellaneous supplies underneath. 5 boxes and test kits and chemicals. Even though I'm not a fan of chemicals, I still keep them around because there's sometimes when you just got to have them. Now we go to the other end of the house. And I'm greeted as I walk in with, on the bottom, if you can see it, there's some Pepsi Max just in case. And there's a stack of Slate. And there's some more of these shop lights, and they all have grow light bulbs in them. Those are emergency lighting. You know, emergency. Like, I got a new tank, what do I do? There's some strips for the back and hinges and so forth. There's some potassium permanganate and some ammonia and a barkeeper's friend. That's the best thing for cleaning out the inside of a tank, and it's not toxic. And I got a brush, I've got some nice rock, I've got some sponges. This area tends to get really cluttered. I keep meaning to come back and straighten it out, but as soon as I do, I clutter it up again. There's 2 totes, 55 gallons each. That's called emergency storage tanks, in case I go to an auction and buy too many fish. Look, I've got some extra aquarium gravel down there, a box of rocks, some more slate and foam behind there, another box of miscellaneous stuff. Small box of miscellaneous, bunch of stuff not in boxes, some catappa leaves, some glass underneath. Oh look, there's more glass over there underneath some lights. There's some more lights right next to that. Hard to see, I don't have a lot of lighting back here. Oh, look at that, coming down from the ceiling. Whole bunch of tubing. Yeah, that's my way of straightening it out. You can see back in there, there's a couple of HOBs back there. Bunch of boxes full of miscellaneous supplies. Oh look, boxes of supplies up there. And oh look, here's another fish tank. Oh wait, look, back there. Can you see it? There's another fish tank. That's the old school way. And the reason I mention this is because these days everyone's got their favorite fish shop and you can go run and get supplies. Except I buy mine at auctions and friends bring them to me and give them to me, and once in a while I hit a garage sale if I happen to know about one. I don't do garage sale shopping normally. But the point is that I've got extra. I don't have to worry about it, wonder about it, guess about it. I can set up 2, 3 55-gallon tanks in a heartbeat. I've even got lids for some extra tanks, depending on what size. So that's kind of an old school way, because when I was a youth, I didn't have a local fish shop. Box stores hadn't been invented yet, at least not in our part of the country, rural Wisconsin up north. And later in Oregon, we had one local fish shop, and she didn't have a really big shop. She was a real good lady, knew a lot, and shared it all. She didn't keep everything. Now I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and all I got here for a fish shop is Petco. We got good people at our Petco, but it's a very limited supply. I keep what I need, and then I never have to wonder, and in case of emergency, I'm covered. I am covered. How about you? It ain't no fun when you're stressing out, but you want to have fun. Bye.